This video may contain minor bouts of violence, dirty language, and many shenanigans. Your discretion is advised.
It's Ol McStudleys back with you, here to do my gear layout video. It's not quite complete and it's a little behind everybody else's because when I started this, I pretty much just had all the stuff from all my regular backpacking trips and just outdoor stuff, camping stuff, and when I realized that my pack was like 95 pounds and I'm a little older and a lot more ran over than I used to be, I figured I had to actually spend the money, but it's harder to come by when you're a homesteader, and so I'm lagging on getting everything together, but I've got most of it, and the stuff that I don't have I'll try to remember to mention. So first, my sleeping system. Let's see what this is exactly. I got it from Kenny. I think he might have actually got this thing.
It's military. Yeah,
it's a cold weather military bag, so it's a little heavier than some, but you know, it's what I got. And this is my sleeping pad, and it is a Venture 4th. It goes up to about 1.5 inches thick. It's it weighs 2 pounds, but it saved me. We did a gear shakedown last night, and without an underquilt, that thing will get me down to the temperatures. I mean, we were down to like 20, yeah. And I didn't even have my bags zipped up. So it's a good pad, and it's supposed to be tough enough that it'll hold up to rocks and roots. Looks like it will probably do the job on that. My hammock is an Eno Double Deluxe. Probably weighs a little bit more than some hammocks, but it's 11.5 feet long, I think 8.5 feet wide, but you know, I'm a tall guy and sleeping comfort is one of my two most important things.
I'd say power that thing on before you, yeah.
Sleeping comfort and my nutrition are my two most important things. Hold down. And so
there you go.
If I'm have to carry a little bit more weight so that my hammock fits me, then I'm good with that. £1 pound, 13 ounces. So my straps, I just use these that I had. The straps that I'm going to be using are Dutch wear. They weigh 2 grams per foot and are 1,600 pound tensile strength. So I'm gonna get 2 14-foot straps. That's going to be 56 grams, so 2 ounces. The gear sleeves, Chill Gorilla, same as Patrick and I think Kenny.
No, Kenny, don't have them. Just me and you.
Get your sleeves?
Nope, just me and you.
Poor guy.
Tarp, they're snake skins is
same
what
as
they're
Patrick.
called. Yeah.
Here too, Live Infinitely bug net. That's just a tarp that I was using for this, but I'm going to be getting the Chill Gorilla Fortress 2, right?
Yeah.
For a tarp. So my pack is a Dutura Vario 50+10, and it's a pretty good pack. It fits really well because it's got this mesh that holds the pack off your back. It's got these little side pockets. And the reason I got this particular brand was because it's about a $250 pack, and it was like $120 on Craigslist with the tag still on it. So that was the one I got, and we'll see how it works. My camp shoes are just river shoes, so that way when I need to ford water or anything like that, I don't have to worry about them getting wet. This is my drink holder. It's a Gonex. It's the Molly style attachment. I got a little Red Cross steel water bottle, the steel or aluminum water bottle that Kenny got me at Goodwill for $1. Footwear, and I don't want to get in on this too much with the great footwear debate, but I've been wearing boots every day for 15 years, and I recommend that if you wear boots every day, you probably should wear boots. If you wear shoes every day, you probably should wear trail runners. But these are Bates GX8 Gore-Tex boots with a side zip. Makes them pretty easy to get off and on and still waterproof. It's nice. I know a lot of people don't like Gore-Tex, but in the military especially, I put many thousands of miles on Gore-Tex boots in all kinds of shitty weather and hellish terrain, and everything else, and I've only had my feet actually soaked about 3 times because of accidents. The rest of the time I see water and I just take my boots off before I step in knee-deep water, and it eliminates that whole problem. They're only 3 pounds for the pair. Most trail runners I've seen are about 1.5 pounds per pair, so they're not a whole lot heavier. Good foot support if that's your thing. But the main thing is whatever footwear you get, whatever gear you get, do yourself a favor and actually test that stuff out, break it in, you know, test the gear out so you don't get a nasty surprise on the trail. I heard a supposed statistic the other day that was pretty scary. It said that 90% of the people that start out on the trail haven't even been on an overnight hike. So if you haven't tested your gear, and at least that much, you haven't done yourself any favors. So do that if you haven't.
That's why we do overnight camping trips like this, to push our shit to the max, basically.
Plus, that's just what we do all the time.
Right? We enjoy it.
It was a good test of our gear last night.
Yeah, it was.
Got my 3 little no brand name camo dry bags. Got my down vest here that I got from Kenny. He got this at Goodwill, I think, too, for like $1. And this hoodie that I'm gonna be taking, nice little, you know, Marine Corps logo. These LA Police Gear tactical pants. They've got extra pockets. They got the little things for your carabiners inside the pockets and on the front pockets. Just all kinds of handy little pockets. And I like to pick up cool rocks and stuff. So, you know, I don't need the zip offs because I'm not a shorts wearing kind of guy. But I got some camp shorts that are just my swimming trunks in case. Oh shit, my camera.
Yeah, don't do that.
Damn, I should have brought the camera back. Anyway, figure there's gonna be some opportunity just to swim, so these will be my camp shorts and swimming trunks. This is my UV shirt. I got a lot of great ink and I don't want to get it all sun faded, so I wear long sleeves whenever I'm in the bright
Head
sunlight.
use.
Bay leaf, yeah, it's got a rough life, like all my clothes, but this bay leaf, I guess that's how you say it. But it works pretty well. Toiletries, I'm missing toilet paper, but you know, obviously I have some. Got a toothpaste, Tom's of Maine. It's a nice fluoride-free toothpaste. I got a full-size toothbrush. I have had a time in my life when I was forced to use a half a toothbrush, but those days are over, and I'm going to use a full-size toothbrush. I will carry that extra 2 grams. These are my little scissors because I'm going to be doing my own haircuts, my own beard trims. I'm still missing my mirror. I got to get that together, but it's going to be a very small mirror. Something real light, durable, probably just a metal mirror, a thin metal. But and then iodine. It's a vital element for your body, for your thyroid gland, and you probably only get it from iodized salt, which you're not going to have much of very likely on the trail. And it is, like I said, a vital element. So it's something to consider. Like I said, nutrition is a big deal to me. You know, may not be to you, but it is something to consider. You are going to be, if you're not getting a lot of salt on the trail, you're going to be missing out on a vital element that will directly affect your thyroid function. This camera my mom gave me, it's a GE 15 megapixel. It's got a great optical zoom, 15x optical zoom, and then like 10 more digital zoom. She gave it to me a while back for our honeymoon in Alaska, and it takes great pictures, great panoramas, good camera. Oh, there's my toilet paper. Where's it been? Here's my face mask. Kenny got this for me. I think he paid like a nickel for a quarter for these things at a paint supply store. They are a paint straining thing for a 5-gallon bucket. Good to keep mosquitoes away from your face. An ace bandage. I got a knee brace that I'm going to take with me just in case my knee starts acting up, because some asshole tried to take me out with a trampoline a couple months ago, and knee's been acting up a little ever since, and I won't mention any names. Patrick! But somebody definitely ride a trampoline.
Yeah.
This is my rain gear, the Frog Togs, in stylish green. This is my fishing gear. I'm not 100% sure whether I'm going to take the pole, but I think I will. I was told that an 80% plus disabled veteran in Missouri doesn't ever have to buy a fishing license, and I've contacted them. I will post an update on this for anybody that's out there interested when I get the information, but I asked if other states have the same policy and which ones do, and so it may be that a disabled veteran could go through and fish in many of the states without having to buy all those fishing licenses. So I'll update you on that, but this is my fishing kit. It's probably too big. Patrick's got a much smaller one that's about the size of a tube of pennies. I'll probably end up condensing down into something like that, but this is what I got for now. This is my medical kit, and this is no shit, folks. I did condense it down from my big doctor house call bag that I usually have on hand, but I really am taking this. This is the condensed version. I got me some quick clot, some black coach tape, some white coach tape, because you got to be, you know, equal opportunity. I got a tourniquet. I got many different sizes and gauges of needle and thread, multi-strand with bigger needles, single strand with smaller needles for, you know, wide variety of purposes. Ammonia smelling salts, because I don't actually have any lidocaine, so there's a good chance that if I had to give somebody stitches, I'm going to need to wake them up afterward. So I got that. That's the camp stove, but I'm not actually going to take a camp stove. I bought that thing brand new. It was what is this thing? Just like a week ago I got this thing, and I really don't even know. E-Tech City, it's got an automatic ignition on there. But I decided that I'm going to go with my flint and steel box, and I'm either going to just do without hot food on the nights that I can't get dry firewood, and on the nights that I can and I'm able to make fires, I will just flint and steel that shit and make a campfire the old-fashioned way. So this is going to stay at home, and I'm going to have the flint and steel box that I do not have here with me today. This is my soap, trail soap, Transensuals. It's supposed to be biodegradable, not have anything in it that'll harm the water or, you know, wildlife. So multivitamins, like I say, I know this is probably a pound here, but you know, like I said, my health to me is one of the two most important things, and if I had to carry an extra pound so that I get the extra benefit to my nutrition, I'm good with that. Here's my stuff sack. It's supposed to be waterproof. We tested it with a little puddle of liquid last night and touched it and everything, and it seemed to be waterproof. I mean, not waterproof, I guess, because it's got the drawstring on top, but the way this goes over, it cinches it down pretty tight. You'd have to pretty much submerge it to actually get your stuff wet. So that's, I think that's pretty much it for what I got. Let me scan over this real quick. A few little odds and ends stuff that I still need to get together. My cooking and eating kit. I still got to get my boxers and extra socks and stuff like that together, but just a few little odds and ends. So that's most of it. And yeah, my pack's probably gonna be about 50 pounds, but hey, it is what it is, right? Ol McStudleys out. Cody, come. Sit. So this is Cody. He's my companion and my service dog. He's been with me every day since I got him. He's used to being out on the trail. He's used to being on the river in a canoe, sleeping on a sandbar, sleeping in a campsite. I mean, he's done it all. The only time that he has not spent with me since he was old enough to come home with me was the time that I spent in the hospital. He was even able to come to the nursing home. So he is trained in tasks for medical alert for the lung disease that I have, and he's trained in tasks for mobility, which I don't use as much anymore because I've healed sufficiently, but for a while I'd topple over real easy, and he was a mobility support dog. But he also does PTSD tasks, so he's very smart. At only 14 months old, he's already learned tasks in 3 different fields to help me, and he's very well behaved. He's just been a great dog for me and a great companion. This is his pack. I've actually went to a lot more trouble for him before I did for me, because I know that a lot of people take a dog on the trail and they may not pay attention to the dog's well-being, but that's something that I intend to put first and foremost above myself. I'm like that with all my animals. I believe that when you have animals, you got a signed contract that you take care of that animal before yourself even, and that's what I intend to do. This is Cody's pack. It's a Mountain Smith canine. It's a large. It's the biggest one that they make, and I think it's big enough. His frame's about done growing. He hadn't filled out yet, but his pack is, let's see what he's gonna have to carry here.
Is that with food?
Yes.
No.
12.5 pounds. So that's not bad. That's actually what the vet had recommended, up to 20 when he was at his full weight. So at his weight that he's currently at, you know, 12 is greatly in that range. But this is a Mountain Smith canine. It's a tough pack. I like the way that the saddlebags hang down both sides, because it makes, they're adjustable in 3 different places on each one, so that way you can get them to where they're hanging level. It's got the chest strap. It's extra padded everywhere. This is a great dog hiking pack. I actually did a lot of research on this and spent a little bit of money. I don't remember how much it was, but you know, I bought it for him before I bought any of my stuff. So, and I did my research, and this is one of the best ones you can get, and it has performed up to its word. So the extra padding, the extra clips, just the way everything fits has been great for him, and we've used it a lot. He's got a blanket in here. He sleeps basically I sleep about this far off the ground in my hammock, and I put a pad right next to it and kind of like under that angle, and he just wedges himself into there on his pad, and that's how we sleep. He's got mostly food in here. 2 big gallon Ziploc bags of food is what he's going to carry at a time. He's got a liter of water. He's got a medical kit, which his medical kit has his shot records, his 6 months worth of heartworm medicine, flea and tick medicine, ointment for his feet if he gets a cut or something. And I've got these booties for him that I'm going to use if his feet get injured in some way. Now, I have actually reached out to this company, and I think they're going to support us with another free pair of these, so I can experiment with these a little to get him to help fit his feet, because this is the biggest they make, and his feet are, you know, huger than that. So
he's got some gigantic toes on him. Look at his dog's feet. Look at those paws. Those are some monsters. Yeah, Cody, say hi. It's like there's smoke getting in my damn ears, man.
Cody, come. Get away from that stuff. But like I say, one thing that to take into consideration if you're going to take any kind of dog on the trail, there are a couple places where only service dogs are allowed, but most of the trail I understand you can take a dog on. But if you're going to take a dog on any kind of long distance hike, something that I'd recommend, first check with your vet. Make sure that your dog's in the physical condition to be able to handle such a thing. See what kind of weight they can carry. Just have them checked out for hip dysplasia, anything like that, because you don't want to hurt your dog on the trail. You love your dog's your companion. You got to be mindful of the dog even above yourself. Cody, come. One thing about Cody that you would want to take into consideration are the pads of their feet. Hiking all those miles and on rough terrain would be probably not possible for a dog that lived most of its life indoors. They've got soft pads, they've got toenails that need to be trimmed by somebody. Cody has never had his nails trimmed in his life. He wears those off because we are on the dirt every day. He's in the snow, he's in the dirt, he's in the mud. His pads are tough. His toenails are naturally worn down. He's used to that. So if your dog's not used to that and you're considering taking your dog on any kind of long distance hike, please consider that, because you will hurt your dog's feet if they're not acclimated to that type of thing. So that's Cody, that's his gear, and we're a team. There you go.